it's the same thing every week. Just going out there, preparing that. I'm going to get all the snaps. So, regardless of the circumstance, for this week, depending on who up or who down, I'm still going to be ready whenever my name is called, whenever my number is called. Just still the same preparation. Just might get a little more reps in practice and stuff like that. So, just got to get the condition up in practice. But other than that, it's just been the same old stuff every week. So.
How do you evaluate your play through? I mean, it's sort of the unofficial halfway point of the season.
Yeah, I feel like it's always progression. It's a steady progression, but it's progression for sure. Just feeling how I felt around this time this year than how I felt last year, it's definitely a big difference in a positive way. So, just still, taking steps, still learning from the vets and, the guys that we have on the defensive side of the ball, that you could just be a sponge and just learn up all the knowledge from. Still listening to our coaches, trusting in the guys in the building and stuff like that, just to make sure that I get better every single day, and just make sure that I can be the best teammate possible I can to my teammates in a way too. But, honestly, it's just been the same old stuff every week, same preparation. Nothing really changed, but, it's just different circumstances for this week. So
people sometimes forget that, were you the youngest defensive player in your draft class, if not the youngest, one of the youngest? Like, you're still really young.
Yeah. Probably, still 22, but, I feel like I'm 32 sometimes, but, still young, but that don't really mean that's not an excuse for nothing. So just still, I'm with dudes that are all pros, vets, all type of stuff. So I just got to carry myself in that same light, in that image. So.
Is there an anticipation that you'll get fined for the hit on Lamar?
I already did get fined, so that got appealed. But we live and learn. Each week, it's still a growing week. In any way, if it's learning from experience or learning from putting good stuff out there. It's still a steady grind, but we just still trying to reaching and scratching, to get to the top. So.
How hard is it? You guys benefited in the Lions game, right? But I don't know. It seems so hard to be a defensive player these days.
It is, but you just gotta learn how to play within the rules, I guess, in a way. Know what you can and can't do, and just have ultra awareness instead of just playing ultra fast and just trying to just be violent and and kill stuff. But we in the NFL in 2025, so the game has changed for sure. And it's just our job as players, to adapt to how the game is played and just the rules that are being instilled on by the the people that run everything. So.
What was the process like in coming back from a very serious injury? To me, anytime we're talking concussion, that's a brain injury.
Whenever there's a concussion involved in the injury, you got to be really, really smart about it. So, that whole week I was just taking it one step at a time, trying my best to come back that week. But, a couple, tests came back that they didn't like, so I had to, sit out that week. And then this week I'm cleared to go, so I passed everything I needed, and now I'm good.
How extensive is that testing and the clearing process to ensure that you're okay to get back on the field?
You just got to go through different steps every day. It starts out, just doing regular training stuff, getting your vision, seeing up your vision, seeing things that hurt your head, seeing things that impairs your symptoms, and then you just go from there, and then you ramp it up as the weeks progress.
All right, so take us through, where were you at Sunday? Were you at the game? I can't remember if you were at US Bank Stadium.
Yeah, I was.
What stood out as you're out there, just watching and just feeling like, I wish I was out there helping the guys?
Definitely jealous, because I really wanted to be out there, but I figured that taking that game and being cautious about it was smart, because I don't want to go back out there and then hurt myself even more and then be out even longer. So we just took the smart approach.